But okay, awesome, awesome. I just want to welcome everybody here. My name is Coach Armand, and this is Operation Popcorn Hangout 6. Yes, this is number 6. Now, some of you all might be here because you got invited. This is something that we do for our team where we help to celebrate them with their first level of success, which for us is basically when you're in and when you've attracted 3 people to your team, because we build teams and families here. When you do that, it's called you're free, which the position is D3. Don't worry about that. But what I want you to do right now as we get ready to start this, I want you to just to take a breath in, breathe in, breathe out. I want you to relax your body, relax your arms, relax your mind, relax your legs. Right now, though, you don't need to take any notes because your subconscious mind is going to receive everything that we're bringing to you right now. I just want you to take in what we have, and for the leaders that are here to be able to give some words so that you can understand it, so that you can listen to what it is that we have here. Now, on the panel today, we have 4 rock stars. We might have some people pop in and out. And what we're going to do, we're just going to do this a little bit different today. The intention of this is to celebrate our team members, and also too, you get a little sneak peek to kind of look behind the red carpet or the red velvet rope right now and see what it is we actually do behind the curtain. So with that being said, I like to simply bring out a young lady. Her name is Dorothy, and we were on the phone. I think it was a week or so ago, maybe a week and a half, and I remember seeing her pop out as a D3, and I was touching bases with her because she was asking about how could she get on these hangouts, what's the process and procedure. And after doing a little bit of homework, talking with her, found out she had broken D3, but she has a very unique story. And I like to say there's no test or no testimony without a test. And when we're usually going through some challenges, the time to share that is not when we're going through them, because we're always going to perhaps meet a challenge to make us better than we currently are, to help us to grow, to help us to expand, to help us to become more of who we are. But this lady is going to share perhaps a testimony with you because she's made it out of that and on her way to the promised land per se. So with that being said, I'd like to bring out Dorothy. And I want to say one thing about her too. She right now has a migraine. She has a migraine, but yet she's stepping into her power to add increase into you and get out of her own way. So with that being said, I want to introduce you to the rock star, Queen Dorothy. I'd love to bring you up and hear any words of wisdom that you have. It's so great to have you on this call.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. I hope everybody is well on this Saturday afternoon. Um, wow, thank you for that. I joined at the very last day in February, and uh, I don't exactly remember when I made D3. I know that I went to work one day and I came back and my Facebook was blown up with all this positive stuff, and I'm thinking, what the heck just happened? Because I wasn't even here for it. And I looked in my back office and there I was. I was a D3, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't do anything. What happened? How'd that happen? And then I hear Trisha in the background, this voice that I'm connected to. She's like giggling. I could hear her giggling. She's gonna be so excited. The whole team rallies behind you when you come on board. It's a phenomenal thing that happens because we don't do this by ourselves. We that's the whole principle, the whole foundation of a team build is because we help each other build our team. So it was probably sometime at the end of March, maybe, when that happened. I don't have an exact date, but you you just have to do and keep doing and keep doing and keep doing. If you come in and you don't work, if people don't see that you're trying to do anything, they're encouraging you, they're helping you. um, and the flip side of that is if you're always out there and you're always presenting yourself and you're always doing what the leaders tell you to do, and you're reading all the everything that you need to read and learning how to do everything, it all falls into place. Excuse me, my head is pounding, but everything will fall into place as it should when it should. So so I kept going along and going along, and then I looked again, and I wasn't a D3. I didn't have that title. One of my people, they kind of bowed out, and I'm like, okay, well, the one side of you thinks, well, great, now what happens? Now what do you do? But you don't let that person stop you from obtaining where you want to go. And then it happened again. I have another person that's come on board. So now I have, I think 6 people. I would have to go back in and look. I think I have 6 people. So I'm losing my train of thought. Armand, help me out because my head really hurts. I'm sorry.
No, no worries at all. I was just I was on mute myself, but basically I was actually taking notes where you said you didn't let that stop you, and I just want to say that's just the marks of a leader. Basically, I imagine, because I've done it myself and I continue to do, is that you say, guess what? If it's up to me, it's got to be, and you continue to move forward.
Yes, you have to keep moving. It's like the post I did, last night. Sir Isaac Newton's the basis laws of motion. You put it into motion, and you just keep going, and you just keep going. It's like the tires on the road. They go forward. They're propelling you forward at the same time. They're pushing that road back. So you're pushing back your debt, and you're pushing back all the negativity, and you're pushing back financial struggles, and you're gaining momentum towards your goals and your dreams. So don't let anybody or anything stop you from getting to where you want to go.
Awesome, awesome. And Dorothy, I would just like to ask you a question. Probably put you on the spot, but as leaders, I know you're prepared, and I just want to know, for you, what motivates you to build a brighter future for yourself, and to offer people simple freedom around you? Why'd you come here? Why'd you decide to lock arms with us and join with our family and our culture here?
I have custody of my granddaughter. She's 9 and a half. And prior to that, I'm a single mom. I have been for a long time. My kids grew up with not a whole lot. So they learned how to make do with what we had, which wasn't a whole lot, and it had been that way for a long time. And now, because I'm raising my granddaughter, I don't want her to have to understand that hardship, or that struggle. My why is to make things a little bit easier for the my next generation. That's my why, is to make sure that, if she says, can we go, I'm not going to sit here and say, no, I don't have the money for it. Or can I go out and buy? And I don't want to say, no, I don't have the money for it. I want to be able to show her the difference between getting out and getting a job and hustling for somebody else and not having any kind of reward for it, and then sitting down and focusing on exactly what you want to do and where you want to go. There's a difference there between being told what you have to do and um, always following the motions that are set by somebody else, and then putting into practice your own discipline, because that's what it is. You have to have focus, and you have to have your own discipline to go to the next stage and to get where you want to go.
Awesome, awesome. And so I just want to say, Dorothy, I appreciate you coming out and sharing, because one of the things that impacted me when I was talking to you on the phone is that basically you said, I'm D3 again. And because I was listening, I was like, again? Interesting. Tell me more about that. And sometimes people might feel like, hey, well, I'm D3 again, I'm F3 again. But I remember when I heard Aaron Terranova on like a Sunday training call or team call that we had, said when he got in, I think he went F4 pretty quickly. But then in F4 basically means the $2,500 a month club, which we have a member on the team right now on this panel who is there. Actually, I believe they are beyond there. I'm sorry. But anyway, I digress. But basically, he said he was F4. Then he bumped down to the F3, which is the $600 monthly club, at least that much money a month. And also, too, just know whatever income is stated, know that we have an income disclosure. Get back to the person. They'll give you a link to their site, which will give you that income disclosure. We're not saying that you can make a whole bunch of money because we don't know what you're going to do. If when we say turn left, you turn right. So with that being said, we are not average. So that's the income disclosure for this. But also, Ed Terranova said he bumped down to the F3 level. And then the next month he put his head back down and he continued to progress and continues to progress. And what that showed me is on this roadmap to success, that sometimes you might take 2 steps forward and take a step back. Just like Dorothy took 2 steps forward, and I don't want to say took a step back, but she had some realizations and said, hey, you know what? If it's up to me, it's got to be. And she continued to move forward. So, Dorothy, I really want to celebrate you. I usually have a hat on. If I had one on right now, I'd tip it off to you. I appreciate you. You're a rock star. You're a champion. And right now, because we're in the moment, Jamila, I'm going to have you come out here in just a second. But before that, I'm going to have Queen D come out. I'm feeling some energy from her. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go with that. And I just want to share something about Queen D. She's somebody who has a huge team, encompasses pretty much everybody you see on the panel here. You'll hear more about that a little bit later. And she's somebody who I've watched, been friends with, connected, kindred spirits, and she continues to grow. She's helped me to develop myself and to step my game up to the next level. And even though I sponsored or was brought in Director Franco, he placed me into her organization. I'm so glad he did that because we were already connected. This is just really giving us a chance to connect a lot more. So Queen D, if you could come out, every time something comes out of your mouth, I try to capture it by taking some notes, by feeling the energy that you have. I would like to bring you out right now. Any words of wisdom that you can share with us right now?
Oh, thanks, Coach. I so appreciate you. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
I honor you and receive your words of wisdom. I want to get back to what Dorothy was talking about, her why and her being a single mom and now taking care of her granddaughter as well. I got into this business for the very same reason. I wanted to be home with my son. And that was many, many years ago, and I struggled for a long time and never let go of that dream of being able to work from home and be independent and to teach by example to my son that there is a better way, that we don't need to follow the herd and we don't need to bust our butts for somebody else and work our asses off for 40 years. So yeah, that was very powerful what you shared. And also the idea of always moving forward. We can't control what other people do. We certainly can show them the way and lead them to the information that can and will change their lives, but we can't control what they're going to do. And I remember when I first got into this team build with these people, that I used to reach back a lot, and because we're caring people and we want to help everybody, we tend to want to reach back and pull people along, and we just can't do that for them. They've got to want it more for themselves than we want it for them, although it seems to be the opposite for a lot of people. So yeah, just soldier on and keep leading by example, and you'll find that some of those people that may have dropped off at some point, they're watching you grow, become a better person, see that you're always connected and plugged in and engaging and commenting. And a lot of times they come back into the fold because it's difficult, not difficult, but it's hard. It's you can't stay away from this kind of energy. It just, people that really truly want to change their lives will always come back to this, and that's why we have been a family for such a long time. The coach, Trisha, many of us have been together for a long time through our own struggles and our own crooked paths of ups and downs and ins and outs. And yeah, we stick together because we know the energy will not only uplift ourselves, but also help us to uplift all the other people that we reach out to through this endeavor. And with that, I would really, really like to introduce Jamila, who is just a firecracker. We've connected a few times online and we've chatted, and Jamila, we all have our days of doubt, and every time that I've reached out to Jamila, it was like she hugged me back with a giant smile and said, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's just keep running and moving forward." So I would love to have you share your story with us, Jamila.
Sure. Thank you so much for that intro. Hello, and I guess the quickest way to really say about my story is I'm also a single mom. I have a 5-year-old warrior princess that she keeps me busy. If anybody who's a parent knows it's hard, whether you're a single parent or if you're a married couple and trying to make things work. And I had been told, okay, go to school, get your education, go get a job, work there for 40 years, and hopefully you retire with some money. And I was with a cellular phone company for about 11 years, and they actually laid off my particular department. And then about 10 months later, I was able to finally get another job and got laid off from that. So, having to deal with 2 layoffs in 16 months is frustrating, especially when you're trying to raise your own family. And I do have a good support system, but, still you want to be able to provide for your own family. And of course, I've been approached by different companies as far as making your own money from home, being your own boss. But, you have to actually have really good self-discipline, and it's harder to work for yourself than it is to work for someone else because you're in charge of everything that what you do. And being a mother and trying to be a businesswoman it can be hard to juggle the two. But I've plugged into different systems and they seem to work for maybe a half a second and then it doesn't work anymore. But with the system that I've plugged into and these awesome people here, they have so much encouragement, even when whenever I felt like I was, not going to make anything or no one's listening to me. They're like, no, people are looking at what you're doing and don't give up. So I didn't. So I tried out a new strategy as far as getting more people to have more eyes on what I do, and it's working great. I mean, only implemented this one particular this method, the value method, and I've tripled the people in my group. I made a group to where other entrepreneurs can advertise themselves, and it's growing. I mean, it's amazing how quickly the method works, and it doesn't take much time to do. It really isn't. It's great, and just love the support that I have here.
Awesome, 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 Jamila. Let me ask you this. You said you're finding some other avenues and having more success. To me, that's another trait of leadership, being that you had something, you were working with it, having some success. You were paying attention to what other people were doing, other things that were working in the marketplace, and you were able to copy that and then implement it into what you were doing. First off, I want to commend you on doing that, and also too, what is your mindset? What helps to keep you grounded? What type of things are you reading? What are you listening to? Because I like to get into, where you are in your headspace, because what I see you doing shows that you're in a good place in your headspace. So I'm just asking you that.
Well, sure. Well, of course, I've been reading some really good like development books. I mean, I love to read anything, but lately I've been instead of thinking about like fictional stories or whatever, I've been doing more things that actually would help me develop my skill more. Um, GoPro is a great book that you were able to share with me. I've also been reading D Squared. It's an eye opener. Just kind of opening myself more to things that will help develop a skill. Because the only way you can get better in what you do is to self-develop a skill, any skill set. Doesn't matter what it is. But if you have nowhere to go or don't know what skill to do, it's good to at least get started and learn from an expert, whether you're going to a seminar or reading a book. And those are the books I've been reading lately. That and 4 Hour things like that. But mostly GoPro has been very eye-opening on things. It definitely is kind of like Cut No Chaser. Think and Grow Rich is also another great book. Just filling my mind more positivity, and that there is a way that you see yourself helping people, and you're seeing how what you're doing is affecting people in a positive way to where they see greatness in themselves. Then you'll get whatever you wish to get out of it as well. So those are some of the things I've been reading and exposing myself to.
Awesome, awesome, and it's definitely showing it. As you all are watching and listening to this, listening to the sound of our voices, I want to give you a nugget. Now, if you hang out for a little bit later, I'm going to give you access to something that is going to revolutionize whatever you're doing, whether you're a house mom, a house dad, a father, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle. It's going to help you to be better in all areas of life. With that being said, I want to give you something right now for hanging out with us. And I've got a couple of books right here talking about books. This is my in-home version of Think and Grow Rich, not my traveling. That's an awesome book for you. But if you're in business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a network marketing professional like we are, this gets my highest recommendation. It's called GoPro. Do yourself a favor, get this, because one of the key factors in this book, before I bring out Queen Trisha here, is that it talks about having people on your team become independent of yourself. And think about your team now, the team that you're going to have in the future. How would you like to have a team of individuals that are doing the do without you? Whether you're in the game, whether you're not in the game, they're in this because they have their own reason why they're building their business. I'm so impressed with this book that
Oops, it looks like we might have lost the coach there for a second. Maybe we want to bring Trisha out now. If you want to share a few words of wisdom until we can get the coach back here. Trisha, I can't hear you. Are you muted? Yeah, you gotta love technology. We have our issues with it, but that's okay. We keep moving forward. Still can't hear you, Trisha. No sound. Okay, well I'll take it. I'll take it from here on. We'll stay on topic with the GoPro book. I totally agree with the coach that it is the absolute best book ever written on network marketing and how to build a team. And number one is, as far as I'm concerned, is that it keeps it super simple. And this is our theme. I mean, we are the Simple Freedom team, and we aim to keep everything as simple as possible so that the brand new person that has never done network marketing before can actually understand this and begin to implement the teaching inside it. Eric Worre is a pro. Eric Worre has written an amazing book, and if you don't have it, I highly recommend that you pick it up and start studying it. It's changed my whole outlook on network marketing, where I used to believe that it had to be hard, that it was complicated, that it is difficult, that you need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on training and tools in order to make this business work. And it's just not true. It's not true at all. Eric Worre's GoPro and the Simple Freedom Team training, which comes with membership into our team, has made it so incredibly simple to become successful in this business that anybody can do it. My brother could do it, and he isn't even online. People who are not even online are having success with this business. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's something that should be in your toolbox. And I'm just going to go and check what's going on with Armand right now. He sent me a message, and he's asking me to pass it to Trisha, but we're having issues, obviously, with Trisha's audio. Hang on one second. Okay, cool. We've lost the coach. We can't hear Trisha, so what we'll do is we'll close it out at that with the GoPro and Simple Freedom training, and the fact that if you're watching this hangout right now and you've never done network marketing before, or maybe you have but you've struggled and you've spent a lot of money on training that just it wasn't the secret, you found out that just wasn't what was going to make you successful in this industry, I invite you to get back to whoever shared this hangout with you and learn a little bit more. I mean, there's a simple book that you can read and share if you choose to do so, and there's a simple video to watch. That's how easy this is. We share information. Those who see it, those who get it, come on board, and we love you and hug you and support you every step of the way. It's the simplest thing you'll ever do. I'd like to pass it back to, if you have any closing thoughts, Dorothy or Jamila, we'll say goodbye.
I just want to say thank you, Dee. I just want to say what we do and what we have is not like anybody else out there. And it's sad that what is out there has ruined it mentally for a lot of people, because they think that, oh, you got to spend a lot, you have to spend a lot. You don't. You don't. There are no hidden fees at all, and the amount of training and the amount of support that we have is phenomenal. The love that we have is awesome, because we just like we just totally enjoy helping everybody, and that's what it's all about. We are a team build, yes, but more importantly, we are a community. We are a family, and we are all across the United States and various other countries, and we're all reaching out because we have one common goal, and that is to become free of the chains that have held us back for so long. And it's when you think about it in your day to day, you might say, well, I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't need to do this. But in theory, that's the mindset that you've been accustomed to, because that's what you've known. If all you know is all you know, then you're not going to look for something else, because that's what you were raised on. And when you do have something else that's presented to you, you really should take a look at it, because if we have so many people that are doing this, there's got to be a reason for it. And our message and our reason is that we want to help you. We want to help you get free of all the stuff that's holding you back from obtaining your goals and dreams, and helping your family, and just helping the next person. So thanks, Dee.
Oh, that is so true, and it's so powerful. We don't win here unless we uplift other people, and they win as well. This is what it's all about. It's a model that I've never seen before. It's a model that is so attractive, not only to existing network marketers once they see it and put their ego aside,
Right.
but it's also for the brand new person, and that's what really, really excites me, because I'm sure that there are millions and millions of people out there that would love to be able to create an extra income from home in a very, very simple way, and we have that way, and that's our intention. Our intention is to share that and to uplift other people to a better way, just simply a better way. Go ahead, Jamila.
I was just getting some